he went hospital twice because of alcohol. I didn't really know as much as what Vita Nova have told me.
We're doing some of the positive sides and some of the things that aren't so good about drinking.
It's a good way of putting the use of alcohol on the agenda for these young people who are just about to make this big jump, this big transition into secondary education. And I like to believe that it makes it easier for young people to talk both to one another and to adults about, if you like, about the phenomenon of alcohol use and what it can do to people. So that's the first part. The second part is I think it's a very good way of creating engagement with these young people so that as they move on into secondary school, ideally an organisation like Vita Nova can engage and then re-engage and do other drama projects with them. Vita Nova is itself very much rooted in this area itself. I mean, Vita Nova consists of recovering alcoholics and recovering drug users. I think both that inside knowledge is very useful in terms of working with these young people, but also I think that when the young people get to find that out about us, I think that we probably have more credibility with them. I think they're probably more prepared to listen to us than perhaps policemen or social workers or probation officers or whoever. You know, I think it's kind of like an authentic voice that Vita Nova has, and I think that gives us greater credibility and therefore greater access.
I came to be involved with Vita Nova because I saw a poster in the treatment centre that I was in, and because I've always been interested in drama, I thought it would be a really nice thing to do on Thursday evening, and went along to their workshops.
Why did you stop?
I stopped because I couldn't live like I was. I was going to die if I drank any more. I didn't want to live. I was unwashed, I wasn't eating, my hair was falling out. I was in a pretty disgusting state. I feel this project has given them a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of power. Maybe, just maybe, for a lot of us, if we'd had this information when we were this age, we could have seen where our drinking was taking us. Maybe, I don't say, but a little bit of knowledge is powerful. It's also, I think, given comfort to some who have relations in the grips of addiction, that there is hope, that there is a way out.
I can answer that one because I was born in Bournemouth all my life, although I moved around a little bit. I was born here. When I was your age, West Howe had a reputation, doesn't anymore. It used to have a reputation for being an area that was a bit of a no-go area for those of us that didn't know it. And I admit I was one of those. So when the chance came, when I joined the police and the chance came to work here, I felt that this would be the perfect area for me to come and work in. And I've only been here a relatively short period of time, you know, 5.5 years, but in those 5.5 years it has improved dramatically. Nothing to do with me personally, but I think the whole area has just dramatically improved, and I wouldn't want to work anywhere else.
I've really enjoyed meeting these Year 6 children because they're great fun, they're very enthusiastic, they're very lively, they're interested and they're interesting, and excuse the pun, their thirst for knowledge is overwhelming. You know, and you just hope that that enthusiasm carries on when they go into their secondary schools next year.
Have interviews with alcoholic people that have recovered and the police, and we've been interviewing them, and then we get to write it up on a laptop. And like there's another one where you got these post-it notes, you stick them and write something on the table, and then you like say where it is because we got this map.
I thought it was basically something that older people drink, and it wasn't that. There was actually no good sides to it. But since working with Vita, I find out there is good points to it, and there is a limit, and just got to be careful with how much you drink.
I didn't think it could affect your body in many ways. I thought that people just blabbed on about it for no reason, but I actually learnt that it does affect your body and that it could get you in serious trouble.
I live with my sister Leanne and my mum Hayley. One day after dinner we received a phone call. It was my dad's mate Steve, and he told us that my dad was in hospital. Dad was a raging alcoholic, and he had around a litre of fluid around his liver. I went to my mates, he comforted me.
The next day we went to see him at Bournemouth Hospital. He was in intensive care.